Hey everyone, and welcome to Anno 1800. So this is not going to be a regular gameplay series or a let's play, but rather a spotlight series of how I'm building. I still haven't managed to complete the campaign, so that's what I'm working on these days, and I figured that I wanted to just give you guys kind of an impression of how I'm building, why I'm building the way I'm building, and so forth. In this specific scenario that I've done a custom difficulty on, I've picked Bente Jørgensen and Princess Jing, and I also have Anne Harlow enabled. The reason I picked these two was because since I'm just trying to complete the campaign, I didn't want to have any AI that would capture islands without asking for my permission. On the other hand, I also wanted to have AIs, so that's why I picked those two. This is the starting island that you get from the get-go in the campaign. As you can see, I'm using blueprints rather extensively here. I've built a small city center where I have a church which covers most of this area down here, which I plan to upgrade to workers' buildings. And I've also built a school, which also covers most of the area here that I plan to upgrade into worker buildings. I've also barely gotten into artisans.
I am possessed by the demons of ecstasy.
Right. You should seek an exorcist then. Probably one at the church. So the reason why I got the artisans was because I wanted to get to the new world and start the missions there. I have this area over here where I'm
Ship constructed.
Thank you. Where I'm constructing or manufacturing is actually the correct word. Iron ore. I have coal coming out from this mine. I used to have what are those, charcoal burners? 2 of them here, but 1 coal mine suffices for 2 charcoal burners. And I have 2 furnaces and 2 steelworks and 2 weapon factories.
Game saved.
Up here I have my grain farms, my windmills and my bakeries, and I'm producing some bricks here. I probably should start producing more bricks than either of these 2. And also I have some lumber mills working out here.
We put our love.
Eventually I'll probably get these off the island, but it's too handy to have them here at the moment. I also have 2 lumberjacks and 2 sawmills here. I've constructed 2 additional piers because I haven't gotten to the point where I get clippers yet, so I have to use schooners, which annoys me because they are slow and you don't want to load both slots on them. So I have no less than 4 cargo routes with 2 schooners on each, going from my other city, which is on this island. It's Port Bliv, and it is substantially bigger. It has far more population, 6,500 almost, while the capital only has 3,006. That will change. I guess my city will grow uglier. On this... Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy you told me that. On this island I'm producing schnapps, which I plan to move off the island again, except for the basic need of the citizens here. And I plan to move the schnapps production to one of the other islands that I have. As you can see, I've picked up most of the islands, and I've left the tiny ones for the AIs. I will also produce work clothes on this island for the population here. But the work clothes that I'm producing on Wivtopia will go to a different island. Also on Port Bliv, I'm producing sausages.
We can't shut the storeroom door.
Well, you'd call the carpenter then. I don't want buildings that reduce the attractiveness of the capital. And as you can see, the vulgarity of Port Bliv is already at -106, which is rather substantial. 40 of that is from the slaughterhouses, 36 from the pig farms, 20 from the rendering works, and 10 from the soap factories. And by that extension, I am also producing soap on this island. Yeah. I also have grain farms here, which produce enough grain for these 2 windmills and these 4 bakeries, but these are dedicated to the workforce on this island, and I do believe that I have just about enough. Yeah, I should be going almost in 0, so I might, or I will have to extend with more grain farms for a windmill and then 2 bakeries on this island. But I'm planning on just keeping this local production, while the soap and the sausage production is also going to be for the capital. The final thing I'm producing on this island is beer, and that's taking up a substantial amount of area because this island is producing enough beer for both of the islands. And I am... oh, it's arrived. I have a frigate here, the Mermaid's Purse. And the point of that frigate was to get steel. Why do I want steel? Because I need to build these last 4 breweries, because I have too little beer produced at the moment. So one beer chain, as most of you are probably already very familiar with, is at the end point you have 4 breweries. Then you have 2 malt houses. The malt houses requires 2 grain farms each, and the 4 breweries requires 6 hop farms. So 6 hop farms, 4 grain farms, 2 malt houses, 4 breweries. As you can see, I have 4 down here, and then 8. I think I actually have 1 too many. No, that's the warehouse. Sorry. So I have 4, 8, 12. And I have 6, 12, 18. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 grain farms. 2, 6 malteries, yes. I also produce potatoes all over the island. I try to fill in all of these mountainside and coastal areas with the fields. This is one of the things that I really like about Anno 1800, that there are... the option to do this is actually present, unlike the older Anno games, where, with a very few exceptions, I think in Anno 2205, you basically were stuck to these, like these ones, which are 2x3, on just about every single production building there was of raw materials. Also, I have the new world. I haven't built anything here yet, and I'm planning on taking this island. Let's get that harbor here.
I suppose expansion is always good.
That's good. And now let's get the planks and the steel back, so I can go and get another island as well. Not sure which one I'm going to take. I've expanded the zoom level, which is... I don't know if that's a new option, but I think it is. It is very handy to be able to zoom all the way out that I'm able to zoom out now, because the default zoom level is like this. Then it's difficult to get a proper overview of an island. So this island, in terms of resources, is a nice island, but it's difficult to build a city here. You'd have to build it down here. The default island you get, La Isla, or La Isla, or however it is pronounced, is kind of a nightmare because of all of the oil springs. I have to build here. Like my quest says, I need 50 jornaleros, so I have to build some buildings here, but my primary city is probably going to be either up here or on this island. But this island also is... Pato Quieto. This island is also a bit of an annoyance to build on. So this island probably will be the main population center. And eventually you get the worker docks. I haven't tested if those work. To be honest, I never had them. But I think they work in the New World as well, so you can build a large city on one island, and then you can just send the workers from that island to the other islands with ferries. So this island is... Nah. Pato Quieto has banana, or plantains, corn, caoutchouc, okay, coffee, pearls, and tobacco. La Isla has plantains, sugarcane, corn, and coffee. And Forno de Fundo has cotton. Cotton is good. But I need cotton, and I need also more sugar. So I need to find one of these islands that has sugar. Seriously? Is this the singular? No. Okay, so this island has sugar. And Forno de Fundo also has sugar. I was blinded there. So I need an island where I can build... I guess I'll have to... this island has cocoa. I don't think either of the islands up here without Forno de Fundo. So I need 2 more islands. I think I'll take this one. If I take this one, I will actually deny... If I take both of them, I will deny the AI the opportunity to get sugar, which is not a bad idea. In terms of influence, I have 169 influence in invested in islands. Get 1 cost per 1,000 island tiles, so settling an island is going to be expensive for me now. But I think I will take either this island or this one. This has cotton and cocoa, and also tobacco, while this one has cotton, cocoa, and coffee. I do have coffee on La Isla and Pato Quieto and on Forno de Fundo, so this island is... It has lots of oil springs, which is going to be useful but annoying. This one also has lots of oil springs. Let's see how they are distributed. I don't even see them. There is one there. It says it's at 20. How can there be 20 on this island? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. And okay, so this island is probably better than the other one in terms of space. So I'll go down there and I'll settle that island as well. The pirate in the New World I have disabled. He is quite annoying. I cannot begin to say how annoying I feel that. I don't remember his full name. It's Sean something. He's just extremely annoying, and I just want to complete the campaign, so feel free to give feedback, questions, anything. I will revisit the series. As I said, it's going to be a snapshot series, so I'm going to revisit it when I've made substantial progress. Probably when I have multiple ships of the line and I'm working heavily on expeditions and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed the snapshot episode. Yeah, I probably should mention a little bit about my building style. As you can see, I tend to have a grid building style. I have 3 spaces with 3.3, so this is 6 in width on each of the row between the city center or the marketplace and the pubs. It isn't a big problem if you have this lighter green color on the edges, because it doesn't really affect all that much. Yes, you lose one person in the building, but it's only on the very, very edges of the map. Here I have a little bit different layout. The reason why I built that one step further up was to cover these areas better. You can see all of these have 10 inhabitants, which is useful. And down here I just have one, which doesn't cover this one perfectly, but it covers all of the other buildings except these two perfectly with having this here. And there are some buildings at the very edges that isn't properly covered, or they might actually not have filled up yet. Well, I might need more work clothes-ish. Doesn't really make sense to me, or... It's blue on the... Okay, so it's the market need that...
New expedition, Admiral.
Thank you, I have multiple of those now. So, yeah. They're mostly happy, but they need... They only have 97% supply from the market itself, which means that you can see that it's +4 out of +5, so it will not fill up further. Anyways, there we go. So, thank you so very much for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this little snapshot episode. Please let me know, and see you all next time.